Ethereal greetings to you. No, my little bomb bro fell off. But I'm taking a little morning walk and see this one little beautiful one right there. But no, it's nice. I want to speak about a few things. Well, I'll just go walk and just walk and talk. I've been looking into a few things. I've seen Disclosure Day, and I'm not gonna speak too much on that for the ones that want to or did or whatever. But before that, I was looking into a little bit of like telepathy and things. There was a lady that was doing readings for animals, and there was these cats, and they were saying stuff about the universe and stuff like that. It's like, why don't you tell humans this? And it literally said, why would I say? I didn't know it said, I can tell you all this, but what will you do with it? Nothing. Like, it's so much. A lot of stuff is just simply said, but knowing and understanding and practicing that is different. But other cats will say it in different languages or just different ways, but it was all the same. And everything has the same language, but trying to find that medium or that middle ground to get to that area where you all can communicate is where I was starting to see where that all came together. And with that being said, the way I do that personally, I do that on multiple levels. So when I breathe in and then I hold it. And when I hold it, it's like I feel like I'm contracting within myself as well as expanding at the same time. So it's like awareness and it's wild. It's hard to explain, but like I get into a universal field and I can interact with like the smoke from my incense or my fire. Like it just behaves different if I just look at it. And then even if I smile at it, it does slightly different. Even if it's just in my head or pseudoscience, whatever that is, it's real to me. And that's all that I need. Just one example of something being real, I'll put that in my pocket and run with it. And then I'll just keep doing it. And then eventually I have a pocket of examples and it's just real. And then I just start collecting examples. But and that's how that's going. So, and then I'm just trying to go into telepathy and just seeing how that looks for me, and just I know how I wanted it to look or how I thought it looked, but when you put a perception around things or container around certain things and you don't experience it in that way, it just doesn't feel real to you. And I noticed, had a realization earlier, if you look at my artwork, every time I do some art, it's always a border around the person. And that border is very singular. Whether it's black or it's a white, it very much so separates the person from everything going on the outside. The aura isn't that line. And I always kind of thought that in my head. The aura is everything around it. And when I look at a person, that aura is everything that made you up into that moment, your past, your childhood situations, hobbies, ideas, everything. As well as I can see your potential, where you can go, and things like that. And that's why like I ask certain questions to certain people or say stuff to get to the root of what do you want to do and what are you beyond work, beyond stress, beyond people, beyond obligations. Like what do you want to do? No restrictions. And I'll tell you, like I'm not gonna like puff smoke or nothing like that. Like I'm not even gonna say that. But I wouldn't just gas you up or nothing, but I'll definitely help you out, because I've been in multiple footsteps. From social media to jobs to art to imposter syndrome to posting, like all of it I've navigated very thoroughly and like have a very good understanding and way about going through it. So I offer that help to people because it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into everything. And sometimes you have to pick your battles, because think about it, either way you're gonna go through some hard shit. You might as well be working for what you want to in the midst of going through a challenge. But some people go through challenges and suffer for no reason. So you might as well just lock in on what you want. But it's so much deeper than that. Everyone is more than just that. And sometimes seeing it like that is a lot, but like I love it, honestly. It's just me. That's just me. I'm gonna speak from personal experience. I'm not telling you to go do this. I'm not saying that. Not everything works for everybody, and I understand that. My systems and my way of how I handle things and how I see life is very different than a lot. And I had that realization when I was like in a group trying to explain how I think about things. It's like I wouldn't put a definite label or container on anything because reality changes by the day. Think about it. Back in 2000 or whatever, like, you did not expect to see so many eclipses in the sky, multiple bodies of celestial bodies in the air at once. Like, no, like, that would have been unheard of. That was not the reality at that time. And now it's very much so different. We have different technologies. People change, people grow, people evolve. Everything does. Change is a constant, and whether you recognize it or not, it's going to happen. And it's the people that don't recognize change or don't, it's not even that they don't recognize change, they don't want to do nothing to meet or just interact with that change. It's like rejecting it. And like I said, I understand it's a lot to do, but once you become aware of something, you have two choices. You really do. And that's what I'm saying, because sometimes you're aware of something, you're like, oh. And sometimes you see it and you're like, well, I know where I gotta walk now. It's just up to you. Take your own pace, walk slow, jog, run, sprint. Walk that journey the way that you can, because it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I won't lie to you, but it's not. But change is everything. Look to nature, look at everything. The seasons. Death is just a transfer of energy. It's a release of energy. When we die, we'll just be another form of energy, and we'll get another vessel, or we'll return to our original being of energy, depending on what you chose. And you chose it all. So like nothing happens that's not out of alignment for your path. Whether you believe that or not. I know people be saying, well, why did this happen and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's for you to answer. I'm sorry, it is like, and when people say certain stuff that happened to them and just shut me down and miss a saying, then I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. You got it. But it's not for me to know. Some things are just not to be known. And some people want to know it so badly that they just, whatever they do know, they hold on so tight to it and try to convince people. And if you say anything else about it, it's like, oh, you're wrong. Fuck what you're talking about, bro. Goofballs. But but I understand. I'm telling you, like, I have to have that. It's always an inner voice in the back of my head that I wouldn't say rationalizes, but just contextualizes everything. Maybe that's the word. But I always have that initial thought. Like I don't dismiss it. I just add another perspective to it. And then from both those perspectives together, I can do something different. But I don't deny that, because sometimes motherfuckers are goofy and just need to shut up. Like, fuck is you saying, man? But ignorant is bliss, and people like bliss. So to each their own, but don't go out here spreading false information. When people talk about God and everything, like I'll say this, God says do what you want to and follow yourself, or follow your path. And that being said, everything is supposed to support what you want to do in life and everything. And it's all good. Like, yeah, God want to support me and everything. That's good. But you have to think about it. Everything is God. Like it's a force. It's not a being. It's not an individual. It's a force. Everything. So some people's paths, some people's interests is to hurt. It's to do crazy things. Unfortunately. And that's why shit happens. Because they desire it. And that desire pops up in the real world. It's not like God is saying, yeah, let's do some more. Yeah, pop that off. It's no, someone deliberately chose that, and a few other people wanted, not a few, but other people wanted that, and thus there we go. So take that, ponder that. I'm gonna leave it at 10 minutes. Probably put this on YouTube. I don't know if it'll fit on TikTok, but if it do, I'm gonna be cool, because I'm gonna put that shit on there. But I love y'all. Please stay safe. You got this. I'll see you.